Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we go on, I would like to congratulate you on some excellent questioning. Very deep, very incisive. Probably the best that I've experienced in a long time. So, now it's time to sum up. And let's look at our suspect, shall we? And we'll start with Brad Temple. Now, you were furious when Clint told you what he had planned for the place. But you changed your tune pretty smartish at the mention of Bradley's little scam. He was blackmailing you, wasn't he, sir? He'd found out that you were embezzling company funds and he was taking his slice. Did he have to be silenced? Possibly. What about Tanya? Wow, you adored her, didn't you? And you thought that she felt the same way about you. But she didn't. She just laughed at you. She publicly humiliated you, and you had given up everything for her. Was this a crime of passion, sir? Perhaps hell hath no fury like a man scorned. And what about Antoinette Wirral Timpson then? The professionally trained chef who was going to have to dress up as a bear and serve burgers. That new bistro, now that would have boosted your career and secured your deal as a TV chef. Well, if Clint's plans went ahead, none of that was going to happen, was it? Did he have to be stopped? Or what about Tanya? Threatening to publish in her book all about your signature dish, your ratatouille, that I have to say was more rat than tooey. Well, if she did that, your career would be over. You couldn't allow that, could you? Did Tanya have to die? And what about Dottie? Dottie. Some might say mad as a fruitcake. Oh, I'm not so sure. I think you're a bit of a sly old fox. But you were outraged, weren't you, when Clint proposed to change the name of the wing and reduce the memory of your Reggie to nothing more than a broom cupboard. And add to that he'd remembered that you still had the master key and was threatening to expose you as nothing more than a common thief. You could go to jail for that. What about Tanya? Yeah, well, she'd exposed your marriage to be nothing more than a sham, and that your Reggie was no more than a dirty old man. Well, you couldn't have that, could you? Did you kill Tanya to protect the memory of your beloved Reggie? And then there's Albert Grizzly Bear. Well, you really are a nasty piece of work, aren't you, sir? I don't think so, sir. Pretending to give all these bears sanctuary when in fact what you were doing was killing them for burger meat. Wow, you couldn't keep that to yourself. You had to brag about it to Clint, and he was blackmailing you. Pay up or he'd tell the press. And then Tanya, refusing to be the new face of your empire, and also rejecting your advances. Well, you're not going to take that, are you, sir? We've already seen what sort of temper you've got. And last, but by no means least, we have Shelley Beach. Now, Clint was the love of your life, wasn't he? But if his plans went ahead, it would be a disaster. You would be the laughing stock of the arranging furniture circles. You had to make him see sense. But, well, he told you it was all over. He told you that he had never loved you. Your career and your love aspirations destroyed in one foul swoop. Your anger was raging. Were you angry enough to kill? And what about Tanya? Telling you that she'd been having an affair with Clint for years and then being presented with the job of arranging rooms. She'd taken away everything you had ever wanted. Did Tanya deserve to die? So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They all had motives to murder. And I would ask them now to line up, and I would ask the killer of Clint to reveal themselves now.
I killed him, and he deserved it. Chopped up little runt. So what if I have been taking a little extra out of the accounts? I deserve it. I've worked for this company man and boy, and I needed the money. No one would have found out if that meddling Clint hadn't gone nosing round my office. Bastard started blackmailing me. And there he was today, being the big I am, announcing his farcical plans, threatening me and laughing at me, laughing in my face. No one laughs at me. So I grabbed him by the throat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we know who murdered Clint, so let's turn our attentions to Tanya. Would the murderer of Tanya please reveal themselves?
I didn't mean to. I love her. But she lied to me. She said our love wasn't real. But it was. I know it was. I went outside to her to fold her in my arms. But she pushed me away. She said it had all been a joke and that I repulsed her. And then she laughed. Just stood there laughing at me like Clint had done. I didn't know what I was doing. I saw myself hitting her. I couldn't stop. Hitting her over and over again. And all I could hear in my head was the laughing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Brad Temple killed Clint and Tanya, and we have our killer. Now, if you got it completely right, well, congratulations to you. But if not, well, better luck next time. And I'll look forward to working with you on another case in the future. You take care now.